Donald Trump was arraigned on a New York Supreme Court indictment returned by a Manhattan grand jury on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records in the first degree. Under New York state law, it is a felony to falsify business records with intent to defraud and an intent to conceal another crime. That is exactly what this case is about. 34 false statements made to cover up other crimes. These are felony crimes in New York State, no matter who you are. We cannot and will not normalize serious criminal conduct. The defendant repeatedly made false statements on New York business records. He also caused others to make false statements.
Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg clearly laid out the charges against former President Donald Trump on Tuesday after he was arraigned. But if you listen to his defenders on Fox News, you'd think the exact opposite.
When our founders created this place, it wasn't in the cards that we would prosecute people based on a job that they'd had or something that their political office they're seeking. Rather, we just go back to the basics, right? The facts and the law.
The facts and the law.
Why did Donald Trump repeatedly make these false statements? The evidence will show that he did so to cover up crimes relating to the 2016 election. Donald Trump, executives at the publishing company American Media Incorporated, Mr. Cohen, and others agreed in 2015 to a catch and kill scheme. That is, a scheme to buy and suppress negative information to help Mr. Trump's chance of winning the election. As part of this scheme, Donald Trump and others made 3 payments to people who claimed to have negative information about Mr. Trump.
Sounds like some factual information. Let's see what the Brain Trust over at Fox News is doing with this very simple explanation.
Fat Alvin's a laughingstock. We were on the edge of our seats waiting for the DA to come out and say he had video of Trump hiding a dead body at Trump Tower, maybe a picture of him handing a briefcase full of cash to an election official. He had nothing. He came out and he didn't meet the moment. He didn't meet the moment.
The expected legal analysis of Fox News.
To make these payments, they set up shell companies, and they made yet more false statements, including, for example, in AMI, American Media Incorporated's business records. One of the 3 people that they paid to keep quiet was a woman named Stormy Daniels. Less than 2 weeks before the presidential election, Michael Cohen wired $130,000 to Stormy Daniels' lawyer. That payment was to hide damaging information from the voting public. The participant scheme was illegal. The scheme violated New York election law, which makes it a crime to conspire to promote a candidacy by unlawful means. The $130,000 wire payment exceeded the federal campaign contribution cap, and the false statements in AMI's books violated New York law. That is why Mr. Trump made false statements about his payments to Mr. Cohen.
The man couldn't sell it. If you can't explain the charge in 30 seconds, you don't have a case. And the man could not explain the charge.
Everyone knows that legal standard of if you can't lay out an entire case in 30 seconds, then there is no case. DA Alvin Bragg still found a way.
He could not simply say that the payments were a reimbursement for Mr. Cohen's payments to Stormy Daniels. To do so, to make that true statement, would have been to admit a crime. So instead, Mr. Trump said that he was paying Mr. Cohen for fictitious legal services in 2017 to cover up actual crime committed the prior year.
Despite how much MAGA hates law and order in America, plugging their ears and lying, it won't make it go away.
Get out of here, man. You're charging the former president and you didn't even say what the charge is? Come on.